2 years now. It should be easy for me to get into.
I got the Markus voice. I've been up all day, so it's difficult for me to do sometimes.
Oh, you're fine. You don't have to put a ton of effort into it. We're not around a bunch of other people.
Howdy, Kagen. How you doing? Welcome to my cafe.
Sketchu! Hi, fucking me, Markus!
Sketchu's not here.
That'd be so funny to do. Sketchu's not here anymore.
Sketchu's not here anymore. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to just walk into the cafe like I just opened the doors, give you 10 seconds or something?
Yeah, we can do that. I'll come in through the industrial here in a second.
Yeah, no problem. I was zoopity. Evening. I'll get myself a cup of coffee or tea more so.
Oh, you're fine.
I've been out and about.
No offense, but your chairs might be a little small for me. Oh, never mind. I'll fit.
There's a larger couches upstairs.
That'd probably do it.
Yeah.
How's your day?
Fairly decent so far. I'm just gonna close this cause sometimes fellas are a bit nosy.
Oh, you're fine.
Bodyguard for Vice again. Standing in places that make me sweat. Sink or swim.
Oh, the slummers down there. That's rude. I don't mean it like that, but I don't know how else to describe it.
No, it's alright. I mean, I'm a slummer too, but holy shit. Is it difficult to work with fellow slummers sometimes?
Shit, me too. When I arrived out here, I was broke.
I don't blame them for not trusting nobody. I basically had to witness Athena trying to talk to some other folk or whatnot. Not gonna spill any details, it's just like, I do not envy her.
I'm sure I'll get the brief on it whenever it comes across my desk.
Probably.
Actually, speaking of desks, they don't have you doing a lot of paperwork, huh?
No, I'm in the luxurious position of not having to deal with that yet. Other than field reports if I ever have to. But I figure it'd be good to sit down and talk about one or two things with Fox Tech stuff. And you say you want to work here?
So,
am I understanding that right?
I think it would be a good idea to work in your cafe due to the foot traffic it receives. I received a special assignment by... I'm assuming none of this is classified, so I'm okay to talk about it with you, at least with you being another employee. And, wait, actually... Okay.
At
As
the
of
very
now,
least,
in Industrial
as
District...
officer of medical in Foxtech Waterfront, I could at least try and make sure that your health is looked after wherever you're doing active work and duty. At least I could do.
As of last time I was here at Bay 09, I have been assigned here to the Industrial District under Executive Archon, Vice's boss. I have complete jurisdiction of Foxtech personnel within this district, with the exception of Archon. I have become his right hand for this operation. Archon wants me to improve the relations of Foxtech with the people here in this area. As well as... Here, I can just pull up the fucking file. Congrats for getting dragged into this now.
No problem. Plus, even though I'm not doing duty in industrial, I'm still technically Foxtech personnel, so you'd be my superior in this case.
Something like that. I would prefer a more casual than rank thing, but we'll figure it out.
Fair enough. I'm used to ranks.
I'll just read you the note. Your job is to converse and be personal to the people in the synthetics of industrial, but your primary objective is to keep watch over 009 from any and all harm, or at least the very least ensure he does not grow any hatred or disdain for Foxtech whatsoever. I received full executive authority over non-executive personnel within the industrial district. That's a pay increase. You don't need to worry about that shit. Let me jump to the important parts. I will return to my previous position upon this operation ending. I am likely to be moved up if this goes well. My only superior is Archon. All employees must adhere to me. That synth must be protected and must see us as allies. Industrial cannot be turned against us during this operation. Ensure the safety of the equipment designated as 009. Ensure the public in the industrial district sees Foxtech in a better light and repair relations and trust with the company. Make sure that no one is trying to turn 009 against us or planning to harm our company. Remove all hostile Foxtech employees with the utmost urgency. That is my instructions. And to some extent, you are now in on this as well, if you wish to join this operation.
I'll admit I saw the transmission message overall and figured something like this from the public notice. You have my cooperation. In fact, I think working at the cafe makes perfect sense. Highly trafficked. Yeah, technically under, my staff, I'm your employer. However, I'd let you go about it. I don't see no problem with this. The only issue is the rust buckets. I think you're gonna be butting heads with them. I might be in the future too. I recommended 009 to talk to the rust buckets when I first saw them. I don't know if that's gonna work in my favor at all.
As of last night's attack, probably not.
Last night's attack?
I don't know if you saw a facility was assaulted by synthetics bearing these marks. I think one of these is the rust buckets, and I'm unaware of what the other insignia is. But the large one we were able to catch it off of his shoulder.
I'll take a gander, since I'm around these folk a lot. Was this extrapolated from security cams and body cams? I assume.
Some of the synthetic units got a good eye.
Let's see.
You have to use your imagination a little bit on these photos.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, snap a pic mid combat.
That's fair enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a little bit much there, but at least one of them I definitely cannot mistake that for anything other than those buckets. Hell, they
Which one?
promoted
The one on
down.
the left or right?
One on the right. You could even find evidence on Metagram of them spotting or, showing off the new gang symbol. I can try and find that post later so you can have it to compare. Just to be safe. What did they do?
They murdered a significant amount of personnel to intercept a shipment. I don't know what was taken. That's not my clearance.
Synthetic personnel? Combo of both?
Synthetic and human personnel. Or organic, I should say.
How much loss
Rumor
of
is
personnel?
some of the art units were killed as well. I don't know if they
Armed
killed an
as
ASCII
well?
unit as well, but if they did, it is concerning.
They neutralized ARD?
Apparently.
What the fuck? Okay. Numbers in the double digits, I suppose.
Probably on the higher end of them. I didn't look long. Some of the names were familiar.
That tends to be the case. I mean, it's pretty easy to...
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh my god.
If you're thinking word is kind of scary and atrocious. Something, forgot the words.
I want to touch you. Anyways. Don't you love it when you forget you're in the Discord call still?
Yeah, the Fox Tech group chat is so good when Vice Randler comes in and
so
starts
great.
singing sweet nothings into my ear like that. My bad. But legitimately, you can actually go pretty far back in the metagram, even search Vest buckets, and you'll find a post of them spotting exactly that symbol and announcing it to everyone. It's not good. I know what that means for other people looking into it. They can easily see that and have grounds to start doing certain things. If you want to try and do your part, that's what your boss is telling you to do. That is not going to help you complete your task.
No. It is going to be difficult to, want to get along with them now that this has happened.
They don't see culprits as people. Hell, had to talk with Hamsky one time, and I had to try and make it apparent to him that the people you're worried about and the corporates that you disdain are comprised of people that you worry about. Does he understand that? They're slummers, just normal everyday people that are also working for folks' sake. Then he twisted it around and said, well, then I don't trust Fox Tech even more because it's comprised of those people. Do you understand how difficult it is? I do not envy you.
The best I can do is at least get a weapon that would destroy one of these synthetics if something is to happen, and try my best to be diplomatic until then.
If you have a weapon like that and you go for it, I don't think Nine will ever be able to see Fox Tech in a good graces ever. So hopefully
If
you won't
I'm
have to
assaulted,
resort to
I'm
that.
not going to. Exactly.
There are a couple of things that work in our favor. This place gets hounded by all sorts of things. Simply while under my stuff, we make it apparent that you're here to help. Do your part, help people either here, because this place turns into a triage quite often. And I don't think they're all going to like the new corporation that owns the lands making a med bay. Not everyone's trusting them there.
I don't blame them. I've seen those reports on LF. That is some shit. And what baffles me is that there's some people that trust LF more than they trust us.
It's a little bit
Even
of a
when there's
saving
clear fucking
grace.
evidence.
LF is around. We can show that we're there to protect people from LF. There's
just keep
weird
coming here.
rifts and the Vex as well. Oh yeah, get comfortable.
Yeah, I'll just have to keep coming here out of uniform enough for people to realize that I'm still a person.
Hell, even with how much I've helped people around, I've literally saved some lives. The moment I put the uniform on, they have disdain for me without even asking
You're
me
the
what's
devil.
up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now if they asked
Sometimes I
me,
catch.
they'd know I'm not there because I wanna be. But they wouldn't even bother with that. I'm there out of convenience. Like a lot of other folk. Their stories don't matter to them long. Best
There are times that
buckets
these people
is, oh, sorry, you go first. That looked funny on the recording. I wonder if I can go find the rest bucket post. Oh, their headset gave out. Rest in peace.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm totally Markus.
Okay.
Yep.
Me too. Yep. Totally Kagen.
Well,
I just don't know what approach to take with these people. They are... Even when they're in the wrong, they think they're right.
it's gonna be difficult. I
Very.
also personally tried to disassemble 9 back during the sewer cleanup.
Sorry, you tried to disassemble what?
I smashed him to pieces. He came back. Perfectly fine, almost.
I don't understand.
I got my mace when they first
Oh,
were found and not working properly and tried to destroy the body. Because that was the orders.
gotcha. It just wasn't enough, huh?
That mace I have has obliterated LF units into 1,000 pieces. It has aptly and properly destroyed units before. I smashed that thing real good. And I started to see it
Welcome
repair
to Fox
itself.
Tech Industries.
Well, props to Fox Tech. That's just another layer to it,
Archon
I
does have
suppose, is that that unit will not go down easily if things do not go well, and we gotta defend ourselves. The best thing to do is to run away. 9 will just keep on coming if it ever comes to that. I don't want it to.
I'm sure there's a backup plan if we fail. Or if I fail.
Diplomacy with these folks is difficult. Did I already say it? Wrist buckets are kind of radical. Hell, they don't even like most fleshy folk. Thought I was an exception. They say I'm
Like terrorist
different.
radical or just radical?
Some of the things they say are on that edge, I suppose.
Wonderful.
So, yeah. Flesh, in the first place. You're part of a corporation I don't like.
And they're still pissy about the crossfire that happened with the scrappers a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. There's another faction down here that they are friendly with when I'm thinking about politics. So the scrappers, we've all kind of practically united, but there's ones under the eye. They're just down the other way. And there's the hive who've come down here. They got tunnels all under, through, in the scrapyards. And they come by a lot. They got war priests and things like that.
Are they hostile or neutral?
They're neutral. There's a kind of supposedly keeping the peace and collaboration with different places here. One of their war priest fellas came to me asking that if in need that perhaps I can provide food if things get dicey because we are in an alliance. So that's a little bit more
Interesting.
politics for you. If Foxtech does anything to Hive, that also ruins things. It's an intricate web of hard to distinguish alliances and politics. There's also the Valentes around here a bunch, and Cerberus. They have Cerberus actively
Cerberus.
on the gates, quite often patrolling around. Cerberus and Guardian
Cerberus is
District.
pathetic. The Valentis are interesting. They spread a lot of misinformation about corporations.
Very much so. There's a lot of people spreading misinformation about Foxtech in particular. Of course, Foxtech ain't the most saintly thing in the world on this fucking earth, but the amount of
Like these people are.
misinformation. The amount of misinformation being stirred of Foxtech is actually crazy to me. You got your work cut out for you.
I'm aware.
As to why.
It is
I
unfortunate.
like to think I'm not on shaky ground, but hopefully my reputation can help lift you as well.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna let people try to do shit against you. Up until I get my upgrade, I still got this. And it does the job very well.
A lot of the cafe workers here will literally kill for me. Some of them have witnessed frightening hypocrisy and just ne'er-do-well on the rust buckets and other crazy shenanigans. They say one thing, don't do this or that, then they do it on the street, and it causes confusion. But I suppose they've got the... They are the ones that are allowed to do these things, no one else. But I will stand my ground. They and the security force around here, Finnegan of the charity, organized with me and several others, 3 of us in the cafe are part of the official security of Bay 09 down here around the charity at least. So... we are in cooperation with Rust Buckets. Rust Buckets collaborates with us. Cerberus is a corporation, right?
Unfortunately.
They're allowing Guardian District and Cerberus to also run security around here.
Isn't that an overreach? Another district isn't legally available to reach over into other districts. And as far as a corporation, corporations are corporations, but if one's allied with an area, under my understanding of how the legal system works, they have assigned themselves to a district already. They aren't allowed to outreach.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. If there are any public things that we can pluck with the assistance of other people in Foxtech about what's happening down here, that'd be nice to start looking into proper research as to what kind of agreement was made. They couldn't have just gotten... Here's the thing. That whole gate over there? Actually established and built together by Guardian District and Cerberus, I believe. Cerberus is always officially guarding that place and the materials were there. There is a official paper trail somewhere. And if it isn't, then we would be poking our noses, I suppose, into something they don't want us to, but that's just how it rolls.
Sure, we can figure it out.
If we can understand the kind of agreement goddamn Cerberus has around here, then I think that's a pretty important step to understanding what they're actually okay with.
Now the question is, do I just out and tell people, like, hey, I am a Foxtech PR representative in this area, or do I just kind of be here?
That's a tough one. these kind of things, guys, have to have a kind of nuance. I think you got the right idea of trying to be here unofficially at first. Show people you're a person, as you say. But then when's the time to bring that stuff up? If it just naturally comes up in conversation of how many folk come through here, then I suppose that's one thing. Another thing you could do, if you're going the more bold route, is try and have a meeting with Finnegan. Express that, hey, I want to help down here. All of this, bleeding heart kind of approach. Well, not necessarily bleeding heart, but you know what I mean. You're just up front with Finnegan, who's helping run things here, security-wise, because he spearheaded that effort. And he would hopefully network with the right people.
A couple of the people here that I am here to repair my own reputation in this area, because for some reason, even though I've done nothing personally to these people, they dislike me. And in time, maybe Foxtech's reputation in this area as well.
It's gonna be a long haul, but if you're around the cafe and you're doing good deeds, they'll just start to look like assholes.
I'm sure.
But for sure, if number 9 had some issue with me and the rust bucket started to get all pissed off at me, there's still several people that would actually protect me. And it might be a point of contention. So that's something to probably anticipate. I don't like the idea of it, but I'm gonna have to see how that pans out.
Several people here to get pissy about me being around.
I don't know how the Unit 9 stuff's gonna go, because he only just appeared the other day, right? Hasn't had time to realize his murderer, is literally sitting in the cafe. If that happens, I'm not sure how to help you. I did try and reach out to them, Lord. Try and show that I have good intentions, but, like I say, they put synthetics first, they don't give a damn about flesh.
9 trusts Archon for some reason. I assume they had a heart-to-heart. And I will, in time, need to inform Archon that I am here to be in Archon's, or inform 9 that I'm here in Archon's stead, as he cannot be everywhere at once.
IX listens to me, or at least will hear me out. We could be very upfront about it. Or at least I could be.
IX and myself do have a meeting at some point that we are going to have. I'm unsure when, but he has my contact information.
If you can make IX happy, or at least stay on his good side, you should be golden.
We'll see. I'll tell him I need to apologize to him at first because I had a mix-up in jurisdictions. When we used to be here, we had jurisdiction in industrial. That seems to have changed without me noticing. Either I didn't catch the memo or I wasn't told.
Worst of all, LF now pretty much controls 80% of industrial. Probably more.
Probably more.
And has the green light from pretty much all the other councilmen and their approval to go ahead with being the authority down here.
we at least have the banks as Fox Tech. Not the waterfront banks, but the banks of Zafira. We have that going for us.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think.
But I will set up a meeting with Finnegan and inform him that I'm here on behalf of myself first and Fox Tech second to improve reputations in this area. And I'll have the same conversation with IX.
Mm-hmm. If you need me to be present all for that conversation about you working on here, or whatever, even if it's just me saying I understand what's going on and I will keep an eye on you with some kind of bullshit. Whatever.
It'd be appreciated.
Mm-hmm. I suppose that's the best we can anticipate. Fucking hell, mate.
This is gonna suck. These people are dreadful.
There was a raid thing that happened last year with LF. Do you know anything about that? People trying to...
word of mouth reports. No official documentation.
I'll bring it up because...
Word on the streets are...
Before that, I had a contract after me just because they had a morbid fascination for me, and I ended up defending myself, and they ended up putting a bounty on my head. They don't do contracts like normal contracts. It's the contractors that just... They have a target for whatever reason. Mine wants to rip me apart and thinks of me as a specimen. I'm a target. I thought that raid, so to speak, or whatever efforts people went to, wiped the slate clean. Turns out no, contractors on a different database. Still, there's the whole thing if they had no info on me anymore. She found me again a couple weeks ago. My head's on the chopping block. Don't know where, don't know when. But she'll be after me. Somewhere around here.
Oh, if she comes in, I'll kill her.
Fair enough. Here.
I just need a description or a photo if you've got it.
Yeah, I'll try and grab you one. I'll get it from a dossier. She's probably changed her look, gearing up, changing how her chassis looks so she can take me down in the most efficient way possible. Don't know what that is gonna be. But she typically has green as her LED settings, carrying a glaive of swords with hooks inspired by my claws or something sick like that. Singular eye lens or optical lens. Things like that. If I can get a better look at her or some kind of drawing, or if one of the synthetic folk is okay with sharing a snapshot from their lenses, I'll get it over to you.
Gotcha.
That's the only other complication I can really think of right now is LF is actively going to be hunting me around these parts. But it could also work in your favor. You're there to defend me and a good beating pulse on the community. And I suppose you got that going for you too.
I will do what I can for here. And hopefully...
Are you aware of the
Hopefully it
Vex threat?
I am aware of the Vex.
They hit here practically every second Tuesday or whatnot. They visit a
Any
lot.
particular reason?
I think they have different targets or things that they're interested in collecting for their little simulations, or like collecting data thing they do to put everyone into a single hive mind. And some of the folk down here,
Understood.
of interest to them. They're also doing it out in Waterfront too, and several other places are here. I don't know what their uh, I don't know what their criteria is. But they've taken a liking to some folks around here. Do you have any information on Cerberus? I suppose while I'm thinking about it. I don't know too
Not
much
that their
about them.
reputation isn't the greatest. I unfortunately have a very biased opinion on them. I have nothing nice to say.
Lived experience?
Something like that. Other than they cannot be trusted. I have nothing else to say.
Fair enough. If there's anything solid I can eventually
Maturity.
use as ammunition.
Maturity does not run through their ranks.
Gotta say it firsthand if I'm being honest. If there's anything that can be used as ammunition in the future politics that I have to sit through in this fucking cesspool, you just let me know. I'd love to get my hands on it. Just a little bit of insurance.
Unfortunately, I'm not very well connected.
It's fair enough. You got anyone under your command that can pull strings or get into research and that stuff? That would
Anyone
be nice.
stationed in Industrial District.
Okay.
My word in this district while I'm at this position is the word of Archon. So, yes. Anything you need, I can probably get it. Will it be a bitch of paperwork to do? Yes. Do I care? Kinda, but not really.
Might just be good to sit through what kind of reasons people trust these fucking corporations. Or maybe they're just blunt. I think I'm talking circles at this point. Take one step at a time. The only two things that I see ruining bullshit for me down here is 9 realizing who I am and wanting to shoot me, maybe? Though they did say thanks for the... I did help him out with getting established here. Hopefully that'll count for something. And that bitch Q probably wants to do mad scientist shit to my skin and stuff.
Probably. I will see about getting proper weapons and equipment for myself in this area. Maybe wear my old armor.
If there's any,
It's gonna be really weird to say.
trying to think if there's anything else.
Well, I am not very well connected. I have many tricks up my sleeve if a fight breaks out.
Oh, likewise. I gotta tell you something, but I need to trust that you will not speak of it too much, or at all. I have contingencies
Sure.
for myself. If something happens to me, like I die, I do have a will and letter with instructions. That's all gonna be up to the cafe folk and my partner Felix mostly. But one thing I will say is that I've got one and only one saving grace. I'll either drink something and disappear, or I'll die, and I just need people to make sure my body is in good enough condition, and it'll be okay.
Understood.
then I'll be back up and out. Suppose.
I'll do what I can.
Because
if
I ain't
something
gonna
happens.
test nothing where I gotta die first to test it, so I'm just going to assume my little potions and my funny little Eldritch Doctor shenanigans do work. And I'll be at by your side again in no time.
Gotcha. You're gonna have to. I don't know the code.
Alright, that's fair. This little red button here, just press that and you can at least open it from here. I'll actually give you the codes now, because you will be working with me. It's got the little app thing.
I'm
You
sure
got
to
this
download
one?
it on my visor.
There you go, you just
I do
scan
now.
that and you'll have access. I like that, that's really cool.
Appreciate it.
Uh,
Great piece of technology. I have a computer strapped to my face at all times.
Nice.
Just realized how meta that joke could have been. I'm going to go home.
Alright, safe travels.
Yeah. I'm not walking all the way back. I'm just gonna put cars down from there. I'm not fucking.
I'll stare at you the whole way, like damn.